Sam Presti has officially done it again, inking a certified rising star to a long-term deal on this already loaded roster. And this one comes at the cost of absolute crumbs and pennies. Well, the NBA equivalent of crumbs and pennies, not the me and you equivalent of crumbs and pennies. But nonetheless, sophomore sensation Ajay Mitchell has been absolutely on fire to start the title defense campaign for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Team sitting pretty at 10-1 atop the Western Conference, and this guy has played a huge role in it early this season. We're going to talk about what this guy has been doing, of course, and then we're going to break down how this is coming at the perfect time when the injury bug has been biting real hard for the defending champs. And lastly, we're going to break down the deal that Sam Presti made that shows the absolute foresight and genius that this man has, and compare it to one of the deals he got done just last year that helped us win the title. A lot to talk about here today. I'm super excited. And I'm also Gabe Ebersole here with Thunder Digest, where 68% of you guys watching are not subscribed to the channel. Guys, Thunder won 68 games and their first NBA championship in franchise history last year. And, well, they're frankly going to break that 68 wins this year. I'm super sure of it and confident. So make sure you're subscribed so me and Ryan can keep you up to date with that when it happens. You could be among the first to know and get all your Thunder news all in one place if you sub up. So we're trying to hit 8K by All-Star break. Let's make it happen. Without any further ado, let's take a look at the work that this man has been putting in to start the year. Number 25, Ajay Mitchell, the second-year player out of UC Santa Barbara, has been absolutely balling to start this year off. I've been super hyped watching this guy. I'm super optimistic about how he's going to continue to perform the rest of this year. But take a look at what he's done so far. We can't discount this, right? Because he has been absolutely on a tear to start the season. Let's kick it off where it all started, the double overtime thriller against Houston. This guy comes out and makes his name known. This guy shoots 50% from the field, 50% from the three, and puts up 18 points to get that critical win to open the season. Next time they play on the court, he's just stepping in against the Indiana Pacers. You know, we don't like them because of the championship last year, obviously. And once again, we get the best of them. Healthily thankful for Ajay Mitchell because this guy put up 26 in this one, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, and he chips in his first steal of the year, a theme that we're going to see continue as this guy has had a steal in all games but the season opener this year. This guy's playing that patented, gritty OKC perimeter defense, absolutely hounding offensive players, and he's had multiple steals in over half the contest to start this year. So I'm super psyched about his development defensively especially, but continuing to look at what he has done, he's developed in other areas as well. This game, he got to the free throw line 8 times, hitting all of them. He didn't miss a free throw in the first month, October, of the season, and he's put up gaudy scoring numbers in a couple of games as well. The next night against the Hawks, he puts up 14 and then has 7 assists and 7 rebounds to go with that, and his pair of steals. So you see the development as an all-around player. This guy is chipping in on the boards, something he's really been doing better of as of late. And this has been another plus in why he's been able to get so many minutes on the court is this guy is chipping in well. He's also playmaking. And frankly, he would be averaging more assists if OKC was shooting from 3 what we were accustomed to last regular season. We've been struggling with a 3-ball a little bit as well. He's also been one of our better 3-point shooters, so he can't pass to himself for assists. So this guy, in all reality, is being a better playmaker than the numbers even suggest, but he's had a few. And then the game after that, a win against Dallas, 17-7-1. And then you have 18 against Sacramento, and then 20 against Washington to round out the first month of the season. So we're, at this point, very high on the upside of Ajay Mitchell as a scorer, right? Because he's getting, he's efficient from the 2, he's knocking down his 3, he's getting to the line a little bit more. But now we're going to see the development of him as a holistic player throughout the month of November, because this guy really turns it up here. We see the first game, he puts up 10, and the next game he puts up 8. So not off to the strongest start on the month, but when you're taking a look in the other categories, the game against the Clippers, he had 4 steals, he had 5 rebounds, and 8 assists in the other outing against the Pelicans. So even when he's having these lackluster scoring games, you know, he shot 2 for 8 in one of those games, he's still chipping in other areas as well on the court, and he is just viable at all times. He's he plays like a vet. I don't know how to describe it other than he plays beyond his years as a second-year player. Yes, we know he played 4 years in college, but nonetheless, this guy is very, very developed and very poised for a guy who's in his second year. And we're taking a look at, you know, the loss against Portland. Certainly not Ajay Mitchell's fault. 7 of 11 from the field, 7 of 7 from the stripe. Chips in 4 rebounds and 3 assists to go with those 21 points that he scored. And then you see that was, of course, our only loss on the year. Follows that up with another 1-minute game in which he just drops an absolute banger of a game. His first double-double of the season, 18-10, along with 5 rebounds and 3 steals. So this guy's filling out a lot of different areas for OKC, stuffing the stat sheet, and honestly playing, in my opinion, better than his box score even indicates. This guy is a pass-first guard that is able to really put his head down and get a bucket when needed. But he's a facilitator at heart. He's really looking to get the other guys going, and I think that's going to benefit us as the season progresses. A lot of guys are going to be in rhythm, and Ajay Mitchell, starting off this season, leading the second unit, is going to play a big part in that. Continuing to look at these this last outing right here then, most recently against the Memphis Grizzlies, comeback win. This guy had 21, 6, 4, and then another 3-steal performance. So really throughout this last 2 weeks about the last week of play, we've seen Ajay Mitchell once again continuing to evolve as a holistic NBA player. We're seeing the passing coming along more, the facilitating, playmaking with the assist numbers coming up. The rebounding is something I'm highly impressed by with Ajay Mitchell, is his just absolute motor at hitting the glass and getting rebounds. We're seeing almost 5 rebounds throughout this last stretch of games, over 5 assists for this last stretch, and he's shooting the same amount. The same field goal percentage. He's actually shooting less field goals and still putting up more scoring numbers because he's getting to the line more. So we're seeing Ajay Mitchell really developing in all facets of the game, in defense, playmaking, rebounding, and he's becoming a more complete scorer. A guy who you can tell he put the work in this offseason, and man, is it paying off to start this early stretch. In 3 spot games as a starter for Mitchell, he's had his best outings, 20 points a game, over 5 assists, and then 5 rebounds, and over 2 steals, shooting 53% and 67% from the 3. Go along with that, 94% from the free throws. There's not really a lot of flaws in this guy's game to start the year. And this is a guy who is a big part of why the Thunder are 10-1 to start this early year, because, well, the injuries have not been too kind to OKC starting this year. We're taking a look, I couldn't find it. We're really taking a look at an injury report that's been filled for a lot of the early year. We see Aaron Wiggins at the top. He's day-to-day right now. But when you go beyond that, you're seeing injury reserve for Lou Dort. That happened in the Clippers game, so he'll be out for the foreseeable future. Nikola Topíc, cancer sucks, man. Get healthy, rest up, prayers up to you. Kendrick Williams, the knee surgery he's recovering from. Jalen Williams, the wrist surgery he's recovering from. And Thomas Sorber, ACL gone. So a lot of guys on the Thunder's reinforcements are not present this time. But this isn't even including some of the earlier injuries that we had. Caruso missed a game from injuries. Isaiah Joe was missing games. Chet Holmgren missed the 3 games from injury. So a lot of pieces coming in and out of the Thunder's lineup to start this year, except obviously like Shai. And Ajay Mitchell has been another consistent piece in this, and another big reason of why the Thunder find themselves atop the Western Conference early year. And I'm super excited with how this guy's been playing, because he's playing like a guy who, would be like one of the better players on a team, a guy who would be making, $20 to $30 million. But this offseason, guys, we got a deal done, a deal of the century, because the Oklahoma City Thunder signed guard Ajay Mitchell to a new 3-year contract worth nearly $9 million after declining his 2025-26 team option. Sources tell ESPN. OKC and Life Sports Agency CEO Todd Ramazar and agent Mike Simonetta negotiated the new deal for Mitchell. And those two guys, well, they didn't do a very good job of getting everything their guy is worth, because if Mitchell was on the market right now, if this last 2 weeks was the end of the season and Mitchell was hitting the free agency market right now, I have no doubt in my mind that a team would pay $20 million for Ajay Mitchell's services on the free agent market right now, because this guy is developing at a perfect pace for a second-year player. This guy is showing tremendous upside for a second-year player, and he, meaning Sam Presti, had the foresight to go get this guy long-term, declining a $3 million player option to sign him to a $3 million annual contract. Nothing changed on the price tag at the face value, except for the long-term security of this deal. Sam Presti did this on the very first day of free agency. This was the first deal OKC made in free agency, and they restructured this deal because they saw the development of Ajay Mitchell, the outbreak of Ajay Mitchell incoming for this season. And this has just worked out perfectly for OKC, this $3 million contract, a contract that's going to look better year after year as the salary cap goes up by about 10%, give or take, each season. That $3 million is taking up less of that, so it looks even better. This also comes on the heels of, the $822 million that was spent on the Big Three, and they're going to need a supporting cast long-term if they want to continue winning. And this is a very good step in putting that into place for Shai, for Chet, and for Dub. So those guys are all inked through the end of the decade. and keeping right pieces beside them that are going to continue to play OKC-style basketball and garner these wins. Ajay Mitchell fits this mold perfectly, and shout out to Sam Presti for recognizing that and jumping on that to get it. It also is very, very reminiscent of the Aaron Wiggins deal from last offseason because, guys, Aaron Wiggins had a $2 million team option going into last season. He spent time with the OKC Blue, a guy who had a tough development. He was a 55th pick out of Maryland. So a guy that not a lot of people saw and automatically were like, this is going to be a championship piece right here. And Sam Presti has the ability to see that and get that done. He signed Wiggins to a 5-year, $47 million, I believe it is, so about $9 million a year for Aaron Wiggins for the next 5 seasons. And Presti was able to lock that down, and this is exactly what I'm reminded. Looking at this Mitchell deal, I see the exact similarities. Mitchell's going to play a big part in a run this postseason that we're going to have. He's already been instrumental in the early season success of the Oklahoma City Thunder because at the end of the day, guys, what Sam Presti is exactly trying to avoid is the situation we saw with Russ and KD when Harden walked, because Presti was very young as a general manager at that time, and he didn't want to spend to get in the luxury tax, and avoiding the second apron is going to be instrumental for this team's long-term success. But he committed the money to the 3 guys this time. The 3 guys this time that are going to win it for OKC, and he's got to be smart at putting the right pieces around them for the right price tag. And this is an absolutely perfect start to doing that with the Ajay Mitchell deal. I'm super stoked to see what this guy continues to do this season, averaging 20 points, 25 and 5 in the games he started, alongside north of 2 steals, shooting 50, 40, 90 splits. Like, this guy has been absolutely on fire starting this year. I'm so excited to continue to watch him play, watch him grow, because as a second-year player, this guy has room to develop. OKC, still the 8th youngest team in the league. He's young for even their roster. This team is going to have to make moves in the future, and securing Ajay Mitchell now was instrumental in ensuring this team's long-term success. OKC takes on the Warriors tomorrow night, so make sure you subs to see what me and Ryan got to say about whatever happens in that game. I'm super excited to continue watching OKC dominate the Western Conference, run through this early portion of the regular season, and hopefully create a big gap between 1 and 2 like they did last year before cruising through the playoffs. This has been Gabriel Ebersole with Thunder Digest, breaking down Ajay Mitchell. And make sure you guys sub up so you can catch me and Ryan in the next one and in future videos. Peace out.